And at a certain point during the course of it all, the question became, in service to what? And I reckoned with that for a bit. And over the course of the last several months before I made the decision, there were a couple things. I was going through a divorce. My oldest two children are away in college. My youngest two children are now seniors in high school. And it was the question of, do you think, as a daughter of the city, that you have given what you were supposed to give? And I thought I did. As a mom, have I given? Because it comes at a cost.
Always does.
As a wife, it came at a cost.
Always does.
And so I made the decision that I believe that the state's attorney's office is better now than when I found it, that it requires an energy and a vigor and that can come from new leadership, and that I would be well positioned to be a mom, a newly divorced 51-year-old with a life ahead of me that would never not include this city. Because again, the urgency of the work, it doesn't leave me. The job.
Chicago's in your DNA.
Yeah, the job was the privilege.
Yes, come on.
The job was for everything that people give, you know, how we don't know how we don't know. Do you know what a privilege it is to walk down the street and someone yells their building address to me?
My God.
The project people who just be like Robert Taylor, you know, Ida B. Wells, Henry Horner, and their building numbers, because that thing that I said in the beginning, that we've never been in these spaces, they are accustomed to being in these spaces, and that I got to be the person to do that. Oh my God, it's been a privilege. It's been an honor. It's been an honor to get knocked around and to, you know, it's not even like, can I take it? I come from these people. This is what we do. This is what we do. And so that privilege, man, there are days that I'm like, wow, I will miss having the privilege to be the representative for folks who never get in these rooms. And then there are days where I believe that our ancestors want for us, which is rest.
Rest.
Is rest.
Whew. What you were saying to me, and I'm just going to say it, sister friend, what you were saying to me resonates so deeply in my spirit. And to hear you say it, and I just had this conversation with someone who a year and a half into a role here, which changed environment, and they said, similar to what I said to you, and I said, do you understand what our forebears did? What they endured? Physical labor on the line, just absolute in their face disrespect, not even cloaked. So again, if this is what I gotta do, I have to say thank you here. Thank you so much, State's Attorney, for sitting with me in conversation and community. We're not done. We have one more segment called 3 for the Road. We'll be right back. Stay with us. State's Attorney Foxx, Kim Foxx, my new BFF. You don't have to agree. I chose for us in my head. You're a friend in my head. But you always have been. If nothing else, it is nice to have a conversation with a three-dimensional human who is so deeply in love with this city. And I've come to love the city. So those things will always connect us together. We have a final segment here called 3 for the Road. Now listen. It seems simple, but we have had folks get tripped up on the 3 for the Road.
Okay, let me get ready.
Okay,
right.
There we go.
Okay, 3 for the Road.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you 3 questions.
Okay.
You're gonna give me 3 answers. You ready?
Yes.
Good luck. First question, if you could have dinner with anyone living or dead, who would you choose and why?
I would choose my great-great-great-great-grandmother. And I would choose her because I've had the privilege of being raised by some incredible women, and to know that she would have come from an era of slavery. I want to ask her how she survived. How she did it.
My mind. That's
How she did it.
How she did it. That's a great first. Off to a great start.
Okay.
Of course. Second question. Do you have any regrets?
My therapist says I shouldn't say that I have regrets. But as certainly as I watch my children become young women and go out into the world, there are times where that one extra dinner with the cold chicken at whatever event that I would have turned down and sat with my kids longer.
Fair. 2 for 2. Perhaps my final question, but I think everyone in the studio knows it isn't. One piece of advice present day Kim would have given her 21-year-old self.
You're enough.
Okay, you better come in here ready. I have one more question for you. 2, actually. You were the first Black woman to lead that office. What advice would you give to the second?
Show up in the fullness of who you are. You're not going to, your presence is disruptive, and playing small doesn't serve the mission.
I love good conversation. I'm having a reaction on the air. This is final question. This is truly my final. What's next for Kim Foxx?
I have no idea. And it surprises people. You announce that you are leaving a job. It's like when you first get married, when you're having a baby. You know, I grew up, you don't leave a job without having a job. We don't do that. We don't do that. So people do not believe me, which is why I also gave myself a lot of room, a lot of time. The term doesn't end for another 15 months. But I hope whatever is next is one that has impact and purpose and joy. Impact, purpose, and joy, whatever that looks like.
My goodness. You have no, I say to our team, and I've said it from the moment I got here, when I'm very into what Nina Simone told us, when love is no longer being served at the table, I'm real good about getting up.
Yeah.
And I don't care how important the work, I'm so proud of what we're doing. I'm sure you were proud of you and your team, but when there is no joy, I don't care how important the work, it is drudgery. And 2+ pandemics in where there are no guarantees, do not settle for anything less than the joy. Walk away. Good for you. I cannot say thank you enough. What a privilege, what an honor to have this conversation. State Attorney Foxx, Kim, thank you so much for making time. 15 months left. I'm sure your schedule remains busy, but thank you. You have come to CAN TV before and spoken to our audience, and you will always have a welcome place here. Thank you for this. And thank you, Chicago and beyond, for tuning in. Let me leave you with the final thought for the road, courtesy of author and Nobel Peace Prize laureate Aung San Suu Kyi. Fearlessness may be a gift, but perhaps more precious is the courage acquired through endeavor, courage that comes from cultivating the habit of refusing to let fear dictate one's actions, courage that could be described as grace under pressure, grace which is renewed repeatedly in the face of harsh, unremitting pressure. Until next time, take good care of you and each other. Good night. This is how you do a season premiere.
Okay.
This is a season premiere, people.